Hello, Mike Kroger, Finale Inventory. I'm going to give you a short demonstration on advanced uses of custom fields. We have a nice feature called auto population, or maybe you'd call it smart fields. So let's say you have a challenge where you're entering in your sales orders and you want the salesperson's name or your sales rep that recorded on the sales order. So you can do some custom reporting or look at, hey, who all is selling more than somebody else? Well, of course, key things there is that you have consistent data naming there so that the report engine can categorize and group those salespeople's names together. So there's two challenges there, that consistency data and then also getting that data entered in on every sales order consistently. So we have a feature that will help you with that, and that's the auto population feature. So I'm going to explain that to you here. You would go to your application settings and you would want to add a custom field to your customer to record the salesperson who that customer is responsible for. So if I look at the selling tab in my application settings, here you can see you can add sales order custom fields and you can add customer custom fields. So I've already created a sales rep field on my customer record, and I also titled it sales space rep, and I've created it as a pick list with a ×2, meaning twice as wide as normal. And then I've specified that the valid salespeople are Joe Bob, Billy Bob, Susie Q, and Amazing Amy. All right, so if I say that's the only possible salespeople that I want associated with for my customers. Now, if I want that to automatically appear on the sales order and be populated based on the customer that we're selling to, all I need to do is add the same custom field name to the sales order itself, and the two will communicate to each other whenever that record is chosen and it matches. So I'm going to go ahead and add not only sales rep to the customer database, but I'm going to add sales rep in the spelling with the exact same spelling to the sales order. Okay, and then I can also say that that is a text field or it's a pick list. Now I'd want to probably match the pick list. So we're going to also define it as a pick list, and then you would want to go ahead and also supply the same values. So that would be critical. So I'm going to copy the values from the customer custom field. These are our sales reps. And then I'm going to go in here and edit the valid values for the sales order and paste them in there. So now they match. So these two fields are identical. And now that they are identical in both spots, they will automatically populate. Let's go check and see how that works. So if I go to the customers, I'm going to make sure that if I look at Joe here as one of our great customers, and we've assigned our wonderful, illustrious Billy Bob as his sales rep. So you can see that this is where the custom fields on your customers are going to display. And we have this nice feature, see, that you can assign your sales reps here. Well, we're going to say it's Billy Bob. So as we assigned it to the customer, now you would say, okay, well, every time we make a sale to Joe, that we'd want to make sure that Billy Bob gets credit for it. So that's why we added the custom field to the sales order. So let's go do a sales order. So if I do an add new sales order, and I'm going to say, hey, this is test sales rep as my purchase order number, just for us for grins here. And if I say, okay, now if you look here in the custom fields, we added this sales rep field, and notice that it's not populated. Okay, so you can actually come down here and choose it, of course, now. But what would be real convenient is if that automatically gets handled based upon who the customer we're selling. So that's what we did by linking these auto populations. So I'm going to choose, and if I choose Hugh, we didn't make any change to Hugh, you'll notice that nothing happens here. So the sales rep is not being populated because we didn't put a sales rep for Hugh. But now let's go pick Joe, and look what happens. We automatically pull that value because this field name matches both the sales order and the customer record. That's the best way to ensure your data gets entered consistently and your salespeople don't have to complain about having to type their name in all the time. Good luck.